Hello darlings, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yay! Oh my gosh, it's been forever. I think it's been a good 3 weeks. I am sorry, but I am back, honey. Anyway, also, we have so many new subscribers since then. Thank you so much for everyone who has subscribed. The family is growing. Yay! Let me introduce myself. I am Nondomo Ndlane, popularly known as Nondomo Ndlane. Yeah, literally just my name. And today's video is a story time. A story time that I know many have been waiting for. It's actually a story that I've told on... Have I told the story on Instagram Lives? Probably, but like skeleton. So today I will tell you the story. I'll say what I can say. Right, today's story time is about my experience in dating. Do we say in? I don't know, but my experience in dating a Nigerian man. Also, cheers. So guys, where do I even start? With a sip. Let's start with how or where I met this guy. The love of my life now, guys. Anyway, so I met this guy in 2021, last year. 2021, I think it was around April, May. I'm not sure. I just remember that Bunala and I had just moved into our new place, which I think we moved into in the beginning of April. So let's say May to be safe. Where did I meet him? In the DMs, like I meet everyone. Funny enough, like I literally meet everyone on Instagram. Well, on Instagram. Pardon me. So, okay, we spoke for a while. Excuse me. Like chatting, getting to know someone, blah, blah, blah. And then he asked if he could be my friend. He asked if he could be my friend, and then I was like, I mean, okay, what's wrong with having an extra friend, male friend? And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then he asked for my numbers, and we started speaking on WhatsApp. Fine, and then what? Oh, I can't remember, but let me tell you guys why I even responded to his DM. His smile. Yeah, I even want to call him by name, like right now. He has a gorgeous smile, the most perfect teeth. Most perfect teeth, whatever. And then at some point before we met, we were still texting and whatnot. And when I'm lazy to type, I like send voice notes. And usually, not all the time, but when you send a voice note, umuntu responds with a voice note, right? I guys did not respond with a voice note. So now I'm just like, what if his voice never broke? What if he speaks like a girl? Like, for some reason, now I'm not thinking of him as a friend anymore. I'm just thinking to myself, imagine dating a guy who speaks soprano. Sorry, can never be me. Fine, so I'm just like, send me like a voice note, I need to hear what you sound like. And he refused. And then he was like, you will hear me tomorrow. Oh yeah, I think I was supposed to see him the next day. He refused and he's like, you'll hear me when I see you. And I was like, yo, okay. That made me nervous. That made me nervous because I was just like, I think the plan was to go out. Yeah, we were going out. So I'm just like, what if he speaks like a girl and now I have to go out? Like, how's that gonna work? Anyway, the next day comes. He came to pick me up from my place very late. Also, and one thing about me, those who know me know that nyangala. Like, I will be like, you know what? Screw this. Never mind, and do my own thing. Like, once I have, if you are late, and once I have decided to sit on the couch or take off my clothes or whatever, there's no going back. Like, there's no going back. You will do whatever you wanted to do alone. For some reason, on that day, I had grace. I was patient. You know, I got ready. Um, okay, he told me what time to be ready, and then closer to that time, he told me that he has a bit of a delay. And I was like, oh, okay, no, that's fine. And then, okay, whatever. After like a while, I'm phoning Ati, you can get ready. I'm picking you up soon. I was like, oh, okay. So I got ready, and he took forever. He took forever. And the minute where I was like, you know what, never mind. Maybe I'll see you another time. Like just before I sent a message, he called. He's like, he's outside. No, he said he was at the gate. He was coming in. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Again, I own 4 and his very nice car. Very nice. I love his car. And he stepped out of his car, I think to open for me. I can't remember. But I was like, child. Child, a beautiful chocolate man. First of all, beautiful chocolate man. He looked nice. He was dressed very nice and he smelled nice. And then when he spoke, Bazalwane, I was like, Jesus. Ah! I was like, oh my gosh, like, what is this? Very sexy. Very, very sexy. Okay, fine. Fast forward. That's how we met. Blah blah blah. I've just realized that my elbows are super ashy. Please, guys, if they show. Anyway, fast forward, carrying on with the story. So, guy, I think he's one of the few that actually asked me to be his girlfriend. You know how men nowadays like avoid that. Lava silly who avoid that, and I'm just like, I'm not about that life. Well, anymore. Anyway, so the first time I spent a night at his place, we had gone out. All right, we had gone out to Booth. Yeah, we went to room 031 and then went down to Booth. So when we were there now, I realized Uguti, we went with one of his friends and a girl that he was with. Very, very sweet girl. I realized Uguti, these guys are known by like a lot of people, one. Number 2, a lot of girls. And you know how girls are at Groove. Like at Groove, girls always want to prove a point. I don't know why they do that, but they always want to prove a point. Like they'll come and they'll make sure the hug is cozy and they'll speak and touch your man's shoulder, and it's just like, anyway, I'm one of the non-dramatic girls. I'm not dramatic. Like I have to be provoked, like for real. Otherwise, I just sit and watch. Like it's fine. You are sleep, whatever. So I just sat and watched, and I was just like, okay. But also, I keep quiet, but I don't know if I should call it iskwele. What is iskwele in English? Because it's not jealousy. Jealousy is umona. But I don't know. Let's say I am I'm not possessive. I don't know what to call it, but I am that. So if we are at a place and you are just hugging my man and doing your things, like I speak with my eyes, guys. I speak with my eyes because when I speak with my mouth, things get bad. Anyway, so I speak with my eyes, and on that day I spoke with my eyes, and waba right. The rest of the night was fine. Fine. I think we left booth at, things are still rosy, manje. Pink. We left booth at around, can't remember, but let's say for example 1. Masuka at booth, we went to one of his friends' places, right? One of his friends' place. We got there. Those who carried on drinking. There wasn't many of us. There were just 6, I think 6 of us. Those who carried on drinking, but because I know myself, if I drink too much, the bed will spin. I will puke the whole night, and no, I didn't need that on that day. Guys, I was tired. Now, this is my first time experiencing a Nigerian man. I didn't know that these people don't sleep. I was tired. I said, shy too. Solo akhanjwa. 3. Solo akhanjwa. So now this girl I was with, Amanda, love her so much. We had spoken, and like I was just telling her, you know, first of all, I haven't been in Joburg very long. Number 2, this guy and I, it's still like very new. We barely know each other. Blah blah blah. So she was just like that person making sure that I'm fine and whatnot. So she could see now that I'm exhausted. And then at 4 o'clock in the morning, guys, she's finally like, guys, this poor child, like some people are not used to this thing of yours of not sleeping. Asambeni manje siyolala. Okay, fine. So her and her man, I don't know if you'd call him her man, but they're friends and something like that. So the 4 of us had driven in one car, so they had to drop us off. Okay, so we finally leave at 4. They drop us off, and this guy, her guy, let's call him Jerry. We'll call my guy I'll see. Fine, Jerry comes in with us, and then my guy, he's very sweet, so he's like, do you want some food? He warms up some food, and the 2 of them eat, and I'm just like, I am going to take a shower. I went to take a shower, and I got into bed, blah blah blah, and then umgani wahamba. This seems like it's gonna be a long video. I don't know, we'll see. Umgani wahamba, guys, and then he came to bed, and for some reason I hadn't passed out yet. He came to bed and we just spoke. Saxoxa nje kancane, like a little bit, you know. Saxoxa, and then, you know, but you know what I loved? I loved that he asked for consent for every little thing. You know? So let's say, for example, he'd really like to pinch me. He'd ask, like, is it okay if I pinch you? Like, are you comfortable with that? And I'd be like, well, yes or no, obviously. Fine, that was my first visit. I didn't sleep. I slept, but I didn't sleep. I went home the next day, but like at night. So I went home, yes, at night. My dog's at the door. Now she's gonna scratch the door. And Nakona, my was saying humble, like he was shocked. He's like, "You leaving today?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, I have work in the morning." And then he was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then he dropped me off. Excuse me. He dropped me off. things are nice, whatever, and then I don't know how. Ngithola njani nje ukuthi ngathi there's someone else. I can't remember because on fours he's consistent. One thing about him, he's consistent. He will text. If he's busy, he'll say he's busy. He will video call. He will tell me, Gucci, I'm going to do this and that. Blah blah blah. I loved that. Fine. So I think guys, please excuse my showing bra straps, my bonnet. There it is. Anyway, so I think we're like a month in now. Lusasemnandi, lu pink, whatever. So I'm just like randomly going through my person's Instagram, you know, looking at his pictures. And then, you know, there's some pictures where you're just like, this picture was taken by a woman, you know, or let's say by someone else. But obviously the first thing that comes to mind, owesifazane. And then, okay, so now he's gonna know how I found out, and he's gonna know that maybe I'm a bit whatever. So I decide to go to his followers or following, whatever. And then I see, like, I just randomly picked this one lady, lady, I don't know what to call her. Yeah, guys, my pictures. Like, okay, these were pictures before I was in the picture. Lord, okay. And when I go to her page, like, it corresponds, like Yamesha. So I was just like, but then I was like, maybe it's an X, you know, maybe it's an X. Like, this has to be something serious, because like she even like she'd take a picture by his car and post it, and like it's just vibes, you know, it's just vibes, like hey, okay, whatever. I ignore it. I tell my cousin Noma. I was like, hey Pela girl, I just found 123 123, and she was like, oh my gosh, really? I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. We get over it, sort of. Well, not get over it, but sort of like move on from it. So on this one random day, I guess Unamatema decides she's gonna go. I don't know if I asked her to or if she did, but I think she was on this girl's profile. And guys, I'll be shocked. Every girl does this. Every girl does this at some point in her life. Every girl will stalk at some point in her life. So please, don't judge me. So, oh, you know what had happened? I think for the first time ever, I tried to call him and I couldn't reach him. I couldn't reach him. I video called. It's ringing, but I got pendulu baby. I had sent him a text. I called him because he wasn't responding to my text. He's quiet. The whole day. He's quiet. I wasn't losing my mind yet. I was just like, okay, that's strange. You know, that's a bit strange. Hi, saying I'm talking like Nomathemba, shy research. My girl posted a story. I don't even know what it was, but let's say, for example, you know that I'm dating your person or seeing your person, and then I post a story in his car or on his couch or whatever, or I post our shoes. So it was something like that. I can't remember what exactly it was, but you guys, my dogs. excuse me, I can't remember, but it was something like that. That's when I was like, oh. Like I was sad before this did its thing. I was like, oh my gosh, how could he? Like, what is this? You know, like, what is this? Like, I'd understand if maybe we hadn't put a title to our thing or whatever, but he asked me to be his girlfriend. Literally, we were standing outside his car, outside my apartment, and he asked me to be his girlfriend. And I was like, okay, boo. Okay. Like, I didn't even say I'll think about it. Anyway, so yeah, that happened. And then I was just like, so sad. And one thing about me, I know how to ignore people. You don't get to ignore me for 24 hours and then come back on Monday and then we can all be jolly. Or the next day we can all be jolly. No. No. So fine, he decides to come back. Okay. The next day, or was it the next day? Yeah, I think so. But like Tambam. The next day in Tambam. And he, I guess, tried to call, tried to text, whatever. And that was too late. Because I'm also like just trying to, you know, so that I don't say mean things. I don't like saying mean things to people. So I'd rather keep quiet for a while and then come back once I've sort of like, okay. I come back, we talk, whatever. Like, and I keep quiet about what I saw, what I've just found out. We talk, whatever. Fine, it happens again the next weekend, I think. Is it weekend? I can't remember, but like a week later it happens again. That's why I was like, Joel. Didn't say it to him or anything, but shame, poor Unomatemba and Bunolo, like I used to vent. Guys, I used to vent. And you know what was funny? I wasn't leaving. Like, I'd just be mad and vent. And one thing about Nigerian men, they are very smooth here. They will make you believe a lie that you know is a lie. Like, you know that it's a lie, but you're just like, oh, okay, babe. That's fine, you know? Anyway, fine. So when it happened for the second time, that's when I was like, cut. He came back after disappearing for like a whole day and night, I think. He came back and he came back like everything's normal. I can't even remember what his excuses were. Like, why would you disappear? I think he just apologized. Yep. Anyway, we need more wine. Where was I? Sorry, guys. Oh, he comes back. So this time around, oh, and by now I had met his sister. He says it's her, I think they're just really, really close. You know, when you're so close to someone that they are now your sister or your brother. So I don't know if they're related for real or if they just have that close of a relationship. I had met her, blah, blah, blah. So on this day, I'm just like, oh, he came back and I kept quiet. After keeping quiet for a while, I responded and I was like, you have a girlfriend. I was like, you literally have a girlfriend. And I told him that I saw 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I want to stress him for what you do. And I don't understand why. He texted me, he tried to call me, blah, blah, blah. And then I finally answered his phone call. I remember I was standing by my window, looking out my window in my bedroom at the Cambridge. Very well, I could see the highway. And he was like, no, that girl is not my girlfriend. Please, like, you have it all wrong. I swear to, hey guys, he was so sincere. Like, he was so sincere that I felt bad. I was like, I'm accused. I felt so bad, but I didn't show that. I didn't show that I felt bad. I'd just be like, oh, okay. So why 1, 2, 3? Why 1, 2, 3? One thing about me, when I decide to ask questions, I will ask them all. And I don't ask questions based on guessing. I ask questions based on evidence. I will tell you, I saw this, I saw that. Or I have a picture of this, I have a picture of that. Chaza, explain. You know? Fine. We spoke for a very long time. And then he was just like, you know what? And then he gave the phone to his sister and spoke to her, and she was like, oh my gosh, like, please, it's really not what you think, like, but I mean, of course she'd do that for him. I think I would. It depends. But yeah, she spoke for him and it worked. But I think even if she hadn't spoken for him, child, I would have gone back, honey, shamelessly. Because guys, anyway, fine, we fixed things, whatever, and here I was carrying my bags, going to see my man. Always nice. And let me tell you my favorite thing about him. Usually when I speak about him, I say Nigerian men, but I've realized that I don't get to say, like, to make it a collective, because I've only experienced one, like, properly. I've only experienced one, and besides lying and listen to the snags, he is or was amazing. Very caring, guys. I want to empato. Very caring, very thoughtful. Excuse me. Very caring, very thoughtful, very, very affectionate. Guys, till today, I have not had cuddles better than cuddles from him. Yeah, I want to call him by name, but Nisileni. He gives, like, the best cuddles. Like, you know, when you're just there, not doing anything, like, you don't have to be doing anything, but nje, oh gosh, ha, the best cuddles, the absolute best booty rubs. Because first of all, his hand is probably the size of my entire bum. Not that I have a small bum, but he has a hand. Yabo lapha ngabona kahle ukuthi yabo la lo muntu lo makanga-decide ukungifumba ngempama, I will faint. Anyway, whatever. Like, everything was great, guys. He was great. I'm fine. So this disappearing thing calmed down for a bit. Let me see, how long were we together? Okay, so I left Joburg after 6 months of us, but we never really broke up. I know I sound terrible because we all know why I left Joburg, but guys, please, let's not judge her. After 6 months, but we'd still speak. Like, I thought he'd just, like, forget about me or whatever, but he would still video call. I would video call randomly, would text randomly, blah blah blah. But anyway, sorry for, like, jumping. So yes, we dated for 6 months. Fine. So the disappearing thing calmed down for a bit. It came back this one time, and at that point I was just like, you know what, I will send one message and I will keep quiet. One message and I'll keep quiet. And I think angazi or ngithi besekangisaba or besekasaba or whatever, because even when he disappeared, like he would try to steal a moment or whatever and text, like send a text and then disappear for 3 hours or 4 hours and then and I hated it, but I didn't leave. Hi, one day. So by now we had broken up once, right? We had broken up once. I figure one day. Guys, I was not shattered, but I was so sad. Like, I was just like, I'm so sorry. I keep looking out the window. Like, my dogs are there giving me like puppy eyes. Like, they want to come in, but I can't let them in because then they're going to want to go out. Can I get a refill? This one day, I go to his place. So usually, if I'm at his place during the week, I'd leave in the morning, but like with all my things, like I'd leave and not come back. I'd leave and then go to work. After work, I'd go back to my place. So this one day, I decide I'm coming back here after work. I go visit my man. Gumnandi, some of his friends were over, I think from, can't remember from where, but like, you know, friends from a distance, and then they just here to see you. Fine, I get there, he's with his friends, or whatever. Greet everyone. I'm very weird. I think I'm socially awkward. So I keep quiet until, I think there's only one friend of his that I'm like, that I can have a conversation with. Till today, just one. Anyway, I get there, whatever, it's nice. I go to bed. I always go to bed before him. He comes to bed at like 3 o'clock in the morning, guys, or 2, like ending saying lele, but I get woken up, obviously. Anyway, slept over, woke up in the morning and told him I'm going to work. And then he's like, oh, okay, cool. So now he sees I'm not packing up. So he's like, are you coming back? I'm like, yes, I'm coming back. And he's like, oh, okay, cool. Alright, my man Ubers me to work. I go to work. Blah, blah, blah. Yasebenza. And then I can't remember if I asked him to pick me up. Or did I Uber? I can't remember. I get home after work. No, I Ubered. I get home after work. There's friends there, blah, blah, blah. So I get home and I'm just like, hi, hello, blah, blah, blah. And I go to the room, I change. Come back, like I'm that person, even at home. Like I sit in my room. And now he has a TV in his room, so, you know? He comes into the room and then he says he needs to pop out for a bit. He needs to pop out for a bit, and then he asks if I'm gonna wait for him or what. And then I was like, yeah, I'll wait. And then he's like, okay, I might take like really long. Okay, and then, you know, I find I'm not budging, like I need Tao. And then he changes and he leaves with one of his friends, I think. Yeah, one of his friends. Fine. I decide, maybe I should like freshen up, wash my face or whatever. And then I remember, shucks, 2 weeks ago or so, whatever, 2 visits ago, I left my face cloth here. No, a while ago, I left my face cloth here, and then like every time I'd go back, I'd forget about it because I'd obviously bring another one. So I remember that I left my face cloth here, my favorite one. It was cream. So I decided I'm gonna look for it. Yeah, Jehovah, really. Decide I'm gonna look for it, and guys. So first I looked in, obviously in the bathroom. There's like a drawer thing. Okay. I open up this drawer. There's makeup brushes. Makeup brushes. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the shock? I was genuinely shocked. Makeup brushes. You're looking at Shuluga. Data. Makeup brushes. I look at them. I looked at them for a very long time. There were makeup brushes. I think there was concealer and like a few like essentials. Like let's say for example, you know that you always need to have a foundation brush, a brow brush, and concealer and mascara or whatever. Like even if you're just going out for something silly and you just want to, so it was things like that. Makeup brushes. Fine, I see these makeup brushes. Val, I close the drawer and I want to walk out the bathroom, but I come back, open the drawer, took a picture. One thing about me, I will take picture. Took a picture. Okay, I closed that drawer. So now because of that, now I'm curious, like, is there something else? Because now I'm just like, if you can leave your makeup at a man's place, it's not just for getting lip gloss or whatever, but if you can leave your makeup at a man's place, shooty, like whatever you have is serious or long-term or whatever, because I know I would never. I would, to this day, I have never left my belongings at a man's place. Well, I left my face cloth, but not on purpose. Like if I left something, I genuinely forgot it. I do not leave my things at men's places because I'm ntombazana. Anyway, besides that, actually, I never feel the need to. So I can feel my eyes are getting glassy at this point. And I was like, I am not gonna cry. I am not gonna cry. I go back to into the room and I sit on the bed, man. You know when like it's you processing something. I was processing it. Okay. This person felt the need to, not the need, but felt so comfortable that she can leave her little things here. Okay. And he's very lucky that he wasn't there. He's very lucky that he was not there. I'm not abusive. Guys. No, but I'm not abusive, but I know what I'm like when I'm angry, which is why I avoid getting angry, like with everything in me. I can literally count the times I've been angry because I know. Anyway, I decide, let me check his wardrobes and drawers and whatnot. Guys, I open his wardrobe. There are sneakers there. And obviously, Inde Tayami has large feet. Big feet, not large feet. Like men feet, you know. Zona's cool, but yeah. But there's little sneakers there. I take them, I look at them, and they are size 5s. At this point, I'm just like, there's no way. There is no way. At this point, like, laguti, you know? I open drawers. There is a large ass bra. I mean, yes, I've got tits, but not like that. Not like that. A large ass bra. And it wasn't very cute, but yeah, saying money. A large ass bra. Guys, I mean, it being large is not a factor or whatever, but it's the fact that this is not my boob size. This is not mine. Like, these are not my boobs. Yeah, that's when I just decided. I closed everything. What about load shedding? And then it was load shedding. And there's people in the lounge, and I'm here losing my mind alone in the room. I closed the drawers. I took pictures of all these things. Closed the drawers, packed my bags, requested an Uber, and I left. And I left. Like, I kept quiet and I left. And now this Uber made it seem like I'm going all the way to Pretoria, but I was literally going from Morningside to Bryanston, and honestly, it's not that far, but it felt like the longest drive of my life. And at some point, I just wanted to break down and cry because what the hell, you know? But I didn't. I mean, I did obviously tear up, but I was just like, you know, and I didn't say anything to him. Like, I couldn't. I think I was defeated. I was mad, but I was defeated. And I just texted Bunolo. I was like, listen, I'm on my way home. I am not okay. I sent her the pictures of the makeup and stuff, and I was like, this is what I found. I'll be home in whatever minutes. And she was like, oh my gosh, there's no way. Like, you know? And Munala is the sweetest person ever. So I get home, walk into the door, and she has chilled some champagne. My favorite, we had a box of champagne in our house. Nectar. Moet. Nectar Imperial. I get there, she has chilled some champagne. Glasses are ready. She pops the champagne, pours me a glass, and she's like, child. And she's like, what is going on? And for some reason, I laughed. Like, when I got home, I laughed. You know, when you can't believe something, I laughed, and I stood there, and I was just like, what the dude? Reminder, encounter night at City Life. Oh, I have church tonight. Anyway, so I got home. She was with her boyfriend. And I just told him what happened and blah, blah, blah. And we made it a funny thing, but at the same time, like, you know, like, sorry, bruh. These things are awkward. I think it is awkward. Because what do you say to someone when that happens? You can't say leave him. You can't say give him a chance. Like, what do you say? Fine. Whatever. So, yeah. We drink, whatever. I go to bed. Go to my room. I want to mail a message, oh baby. I just like, because I didn't tell him I was leaving or anything. I just left. It's getting hot. I just say and then my response to him was a picture. I sent him pictures of what I found in his apartment. Sent him pictures and I didn't say anything. I can't remember what his response was, but let's backtrack a bit. So the reason why he was late the first time we went out together was because he was moving from one place to that apartment. When I got there, it was a bit of a mess because he was moving. Fine. Fast forward back to the present. I didn't know. Remember I told you about my friend's girlfriend who was living at my apartment while I lived where and where. So umngana ke bekamcelile ukuthi intombi yakhe ihlale lapho for some time. Fine, whatever. And then so after I sent him these things, he was like, it's this girl. This girl hasn't collected some of her stuff. I was like, what? Uyangitshwayela wena. Do I look like fool? Idiot. I was shocked. I laughed. Alone by myself. I laughed. I can't remember what my response to him was, but I laughed. I was like, this guy. I didn't even say this guy. I called him by name. Tom. Let's say Tom. I was like, Tom. Who told me I'm joyless? Like, one thing about them, they'll never admit. Like, Ubona is Lima. Fine, whatever. He lied about it. And I was like, okay, it's fine. It's fine. Went back to my man and we were happy. Did I break up with him on that day? I don't know, but I know I've broken up with him 3 times. I don't know. I think so. But I went back. Happily so. I went back to my man. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, fine. So that was the makeup brush story. I think that's the one that was sort of like, for me, that's one that shocked me the most. Fine. What else has happened, Nji? Oh, I think on girl's birthday. So now obviously my cousin is very much exposed to this girl's account. I can't remember if she followed her or what. I can't remember. Oh, I think my friend follows her. Someone follows her. Yeah. Or followed her at that time. It's girl's birthday. I didn't even know it was girl's birthday. All I knew was my man has disappeared once again. He is quiet. So obviously I'll complain. I'll be like, how and I think in all of this, I only disappeared on him once. Can't remember once. But anyway, it was girl's birthday and I didn't even know. Hey! I get notifications from either my friend or my cousin. Screenshots. Now a birthday. He did like a whole thing in his house. That's where I was like, yimi side la. Guys, I was shocked. Like a whole thing. And she was wearing his gown. That means she got some birthday. Oh my gosh. I was just like, you know what? I was touched. For some reason, I was touched every time I found these things. Like, that is so unlike me. Like, I catch you once, I catch you twice. After that, I don't give a shit. After that, I don't care. One day, you'll wake up and I've disappeared. But this was different. Like, with this guy, it was so different. And I don't understand why till today. And I'll tell you why I say this. Yeah, guys. Whatever, so the birthday happened, but I don't think I said anything to him about it. Like, I just carried on with life. I was like, you know, what's the point? He's gonna lie and I'm gonna go back. Fine, whatever. And then, yeah, fast forward, I went home. We talk with video call, whatever. This year comes. We still talk, whatever. And then I was in Joburg for... I think I had already moved here by then. But yeah, something like that. So I went to go see him. At some point, I'm says Biskuluma, and then he was like, you do realize that we never broke up, right? You are still very much my girlfriend. And I was like, well, yeah, I guess. You know? Whatever. I went to see him this one day, and he explained everything to me about that girl. He told me the truth. Hey, amantombazana lawyer. Anyway, he told me the truth. Okay, this girl and I were friends, blah blah blah. My mistake was that we happened to have iparaiseso one day, and then from there ugel wakecha. And then going to Toluti ugel, obviously as a close friend. If you are my close friend and let's say this month you are down bad or whatever, I will assist you. If you ask me for assistance or whatever, I'll help you if I see that you need it. So bekuyinto enjalo ugel bekamsiza. Umsiza kakhulu futhi bekamsiza over, bekayenza kakhulu. Bekayenza kakhulu. And I don't know, like for some reason, like why couldn't he tell me, Uguti, listen, so. Do I seem materialistic or like, I don't know. Anyway, but he was telling me that by the time I was gone, like life just went like this. And he couldn't understand what the hell was going on. And then, yeah, whatever. Anyway, she was there for him even then when that happened. But, yeah. So, I don't know. To some point, I feel like he felt like he owed her. Guys. Because I mean, clearly if he couldn't answer my calls when he was with her, there was something. But anyway, so we spoke after I saw him on that day after I don't know how many months. He called me up. He was telling me about how he went through the most, blah blah blah, which happens. And then I can't even tell the story because it's personal to him. Can't do that. But uthole ukuthi ugel ubhizi ngekhemi. You know, and not even that he heard from someone or he was guessing or what. He found hardcore evidence. And you know, when he was telling me the story at the time, like I'm listening to him, and a part of me believed him, but a part of me was like, unamanga futhi. Yay! Wahamba for yolanda my evidence. And I think he had taken a video on his phone of his findings. Like yabo mawuthola into endlini yakho. Guys, I wish I could tell everyone, but it's not my place. But I was shocked. And like ngizangathuka because not only did this girl do something that affects him, but something that would affect anyone he decides to be with. So we have strong ancestors. 1, 2, the man up there does not play. Anyway, but yeah, I was shocked. Like, shocked. I didn't even know what to say to him. I just looked at him and I was like, what the fuck? You know, and then he's like, can you imagine my reaction when I saw this? Found this stuff. And he found it by chance. Our helpers don't see all these things or whatever. Even if they do, maybe they feel like it's not their place. But on one day, his helper couldn't come and he really needed to buta, and there it was, revealed. So I was just like, hey bo, ngithi nina ugel uzowabhala phansi ukuthi ngithi kuso ma ungenza so or kungaba nomuntu oso, this must happen. Jesus. I was like, what? Anyway, whatever, I spent some time with him. It was very nice. It's always nice to spend time with him. Went back home, and then yeah, we spoke every day after that we spoke like every day. And then at some point, guys, I just decided to ask him, When last did you have ipara seso? You know, like, I don't even know where that question came from. Hello! Not Lila staring at me. Hi, Lynx. Anyway, I asked him when last did you do the deed, and he told me. And when he told me, my battery's low. Anyway, he told me, and when he told me, I did the math. I was like, it's not make sure. Is not make sure. You know? So I was like, Aibo, that wasn't me. You know, I was like, that wasn't me. So, like, who the fuck? Why? Like, I know if it's understand. I was so touched. I was like, like, are you just like straightforward telling me that when the so or miscalculator or kwenzakalani? And that's when I was like, ngiyamlahla lo mina. I'm looking him. But anyway, guys, overall, like, if I have to do like a summary, my experience in dating a Nigerian man was, I want to say roller coaster, but there wasn't that many like downs. There were a few, but they were not like tragic. Like, it wasn't like, oh my god. But I recommend Nigerian men. I recommend the man in battle. As much as banamanga, I feel like it's like that with every nationality, every culture, whatever. There are good men and there are men who are not good men. People who lie. You'll get a Zulu man who lies. You'll get a Venda man who lies. You'll get a man from Malawi who lies. And you'll get Nigerian men who lie. No, but you'll get a Nigerian man who lies. One. Number two, people say we date Nigerian men because of money. That is not true. Okay, maybe for some people, maybe for others, but like with me, that's not the case. If you give me money, great. Love that. I love money. But yeah, like, that's not the reason why I'm there. You know? What? Two. You can get a Zulu man who will shower you with money. You can get a Swati man who will shower you with money. You can get a Congolese man who will shower you with money. Like, it's not all about Nigerians. Three. Nigerians are drug dealers or scammers or whatever. My love. Let me keep it like this. Three. My love. Oh, nokuthi bathwele. You will get any man or woman in any country, anywhere, who is a scammer. But every culture, every nationality has its people, guys. I need everyone to understand that. Every culture has its people. Every culture has its abantu abathwele. Guys, niyawazi kahle amaZulu. Abantu bayathwala, guys. Abantu bayathwala. You'll get a Zulu man othwele, you'll get a Tsonga man othwele, a Venda man othwele. Yabo futhi laba baseLimpopo laba. Athi ngibasola kakhulu. Four, people often go on about the package. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, I'm sorry. Of Nigerian men. Every culture has its people who have a package, and you will get Nigerian men who don't really have a package. Like, guys, I don't think it's about is it nationality? Is that what we call it? Or culture, but umuntu and how you as a person have decided to do things in your life, or how God has blessed you, or whatever. So to me, dating a Nigerian man is like dating a Zulu man or a Malawian man, or whatever. Like, I can't remember. Someone asked me if I prefer Nigerian men only, and I was like, I don't care what you are. I don't care what you are. You know, as long as you treat me well, um, blah 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 blah. I obviously have my things that I require. As long as all of that is in check, we are good, honey. Noma ungaba wase Mexico. Like, you can be from Mexico. But anyway, Nigerian men. Anyway, guys. Yeah. Moral of the story. It doesn't matter what you are. It doesn't matter to uthandana nomZulu or uthandana Nigeria or Congolese or Mexico or Zimbabwe. Abantu bayathwala emhlabeni. People sell drugs. People have big and small packages. People cheat and lie. Men cheat and lie. It's life. But Mina, Nigerian, Zulu, Swati is the hill I'm willing to die on. Well, for now, you never know. Like, my soulmate is from like Botswana or something.